people? What up? What up? What up? How's everybody doing? All zero of you. Test. 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 I don't know why it's echoing, man. It's echoing, man. Maybe that will help reset it. Reset it. Alright, as you can see, we got this Kansas Week 1 in NRG Stadium. Some type of Texas kickoff. Then Auburn and number one Notre Dame just won the college football playoff. All at home. Then we go to LSU, Houston, come back, play Florida State. You got Missouri, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Virginia Tech, and a ranked Bama preseason, and Tennessee user that will be out for blood, right? From beating them last year. Let's take a look at this depth chart. Going with Martinez, backed up Wilkerson last year. Got a pretty good arm, accurate. Not much experience to him. Big kid, 6'4", 220, 91 throw accuracy. A little weak with the arm power. Like, but should get the job done being accurate. Noodle arm. Backing up, Michael Gore. A little strong arm, but more inaccurate. And then we got the freshman, Keith Riley, which we're hoping to develop. Hopefully he develops accuracy because he got the arm more than the other two. But if we ever in a blowout, he'll come in and play some. Black will get the start. Probably need to change his number. Backs by committee. Fullback. Wide receiver. Dustin Willis is the big one returning. Thompson. 6'3". Joey Bradley, freshman. Underwood, freshman, which I hope to move up, but not looking so good on the specs. Frazier might be my best tight end. This might be my best tight end room I've had across the dynasties, which is not saying a whole lot, but 82 overall. Line is spotty, average, above average. High 70s, mid 80. Clarence Jones, we signed him. Beat out UCLA in the easy football sieve. Same thing. D tackle Kirby, I think was freshman All-American maybe. He put together 5 sacks in a freshman campaign. I would think that's pretty good. And Gray, senior behind him, then redshirt freshman, that needs to get out of there. Redshirted him. Probably put Clarence. Another D tackle. Nope. Let's go Clarence. Who's my sub linebacker? He's slow speed, but 581 needs to be Love. Love needs to be that sub linebacker. Put Baker in there. 55. Ain't great. Actually good. It might be fine. Nope. Need that zone coverage up there. Golly, not. Booty. Cheeks. Corner. Spotty Abyss. Good to have a speed guy, but behind him is a little shaky. Freak, hit the wrong button. Free safety, Kelvin Thomas. JUCO player that's coming in. 59 overall. Chimney Christmas.
You like that? You like that?
Thanks, CFN. You got a target on your back. Put C right in. Put Roger. No cards over here. Kicker 76. Power. I'm gonna have like a 30 yard field goal. Come on, computer. Alright. Whatever behind him. Punter. Ooh, 90. This is the tricky part right here. Elusive 74. I really don't want to put my star receiver at returner. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll put him at punt return though. Alright. Good to go there. I don't know about this 42. What up, Cass? Is that my baby boy or my baby girl? Can't tell. Alright, I can spend 6 skill points. On myself. Gotta get that ball security. graphics too. I might give y'all that for free this time around. But I don't want you to spend. I don't want exorbitant amount, dude. Not that's just. I like doing that stuff, even though my wife grills me about charging money for graphics. Alright, let's see. Alternate uniforms or no? Always going with the basics. He played a user game earlier. The basics. He played a user game earlier. Put this on performance mode here. Switch over. Even game. I gotta come out. I gotta come out on fire against this team. They put it to me last year. Even game. I gotta come out. I gotta come out on fire against this team. They put it to me last year. Damn conference. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, where's the video capture? Come on now.
And now let's head down to the coin toss, and is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Kansas has lined up for the kickoff, and we're ready to get this one underway. And with that, we kick off our season. He's to the 10. Brought down at the 19. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. Runs left and quickly taken down. Picked up a yard of anything on that run. Second and 10. Ball on their own 19. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. He's tackled around the 30-yard line. Superb effort by the receiver to come down with that ball.
This comes down to the timing between the quarterback and the receiver, and the result, again, a nice play for the offense.
Black takes a handoff. And they make the stop at about the 33-yard line.
Check.
Second down and 7. Ball on the 33-yard line. Caught by the tight end past the marker. And he's tackled at the 44. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
91 accuracy. Yes.
That penalty will move him back a bit.
Yeah, with so many young guys out there, it's bound to happen occasionally.
Second down and 11. Ball on the 29-yard line. Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver.
I like the scheme the defensive coordinator came up with here. They were all over the place on that play and left the quarterback nowhere to throw it.
All right, big play right here.
And they've got all their DBs in there to match up against the 5-wide set. Throws incomplete. They got a hand on it. Great range as he's able to break up the pass.
I know that the safety makes a good play here, but as a receiver, you got to get in there and play some defense. He's lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
He really got a hold of that one. He dropped it. Tackle at the 19-yard line. Kirky broke the Cardinal rule there. He ran without the football.
You know, as a return man, your first responsibility is to catch the ball and then worry about the return. He just lost his concentration there.
So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today.
All right, let's see.
Tackle made right around the 20.
Almost did it again.
From their own 20-yard line, it's second down. Across midfield, inside the 30, the 10. He'll take it all the way for the touchdown.
Some bullshit.
And he tacks on the extra point. Reese Davis joins us in the studio with this update. Reese? Jones gets set to kick this one away. He really got a hold of that kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. They'll bring him down around the 39-yard line. from their own 39-yard line. First down.
Let's go. Ready.
Makes the first down catch. Tackle at the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this defense better start to get pressure on the quarterback. They're giving him way too much time back there to throw the football.
He's taken down at the 31. Quick pass. Short yardage situation here. It's second down and 1. Good outside run there. So they go on the ground and pick up another first down.
They are stringing together a nice little drive here. If they keep this up, it'll be hard to keep them out of the end zone.
Excellent play as the quarterback found his receiver for a big gain.
Well, give credit here to the receiver for finding that seam and coming up with a nice gain for the offense.
First and goal from the 5 and looking to cap this off with a touchdown.
Well, I love the toughness here by this quarterback. Sitting in until the last second, trying to make a play downfield, only to have this defense get to him. Got to do a better job maybe feeling things out a little bit, but at least he has the awareness and a toughness to sit in that pocket.
And down he goes at about the 9-yard line. They lose 3 yards there.
Not much going on there. Those kind of plays will not work against this defense. You can be sure of that.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Easy. Stingray.
And he's taken down at the 1-yard line. Close to 9-yard pickup there on the slant. It's 4th down, and they're going to try to go for it. They put everyone up on the line. Touchdown, Wildcats. Here comes the kicker to try to tie this game up. He splits the uprights with the extra point. A 9-play, 74-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points. Kentucky ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Cost me stats.
This is a fun game, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting football before it's over. He's scrambling. He breaks it. Brought down around the 32-yard line. They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. Tackled after a decent run up the gut.
2 to 3 yard gain. I'm going for 70. It's a no-go.
They go to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield. from their own 36-yard line. Second down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. He's tackled at the 42-yard line. Flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
Clipping. Offense.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
Check, 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 check.
So a favorable situation here after the penalty. Second and short. At the 30. To the 20. He goes out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. He tops 100 yards on the ground with that last run.
Sometimes guys will look a little rusty or not too sharp in the opening week. But he looks like he's got his rhythm today.
So we've got a first down after a great running play. Heading for the corner. Gets away from him. Touchdown.
That's so frustrating. I can't do that against a computer.
Kansas up 6. And he adds the extra point. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
The Gamecocks come into today's game ranked 15th in the nation. And for South Carolina, here's a team trying to win the first game of the year.
Jones has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. They'll bring him down at the 15.
Boy, the two offensive coordinators have to be loving this. In fact, you can look over at our booth next to us and see how much they're enjoying it with a big smile on their face. The defensive coordinators, on the other hand, might be looking for a pink slip on Monday.
They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown.
So much of the passing game is about the timing between the quarterback and his wide receivers. Right now with this offense, they are in sync, and really the timing and execution is flawless.
From their own 40-yard line. First down. Quick throw out to the receiver. And they make the stop right around the 36-yard line.
He made a really good move at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes all you need to do is throw off the defender's timing just a little bit at the start of the play.
Kirk, that was a nice grab there.
You know, it may be simple, but whenever you can gain solid yardage, you're doing something right.
We've played one quarter. The Jayhawks lead 14-7. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. And he's tackled at about the 21.
Go route.
First and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Black picks up about 7 yards on the run.
That'll bring up second and 3.
And he just gets rid of it.
You know, when you feel pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do is just to throw the ball into coverage. He got away with one right there. He's very fortunate. Next time, he should just throw it away out of bounds.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down. They try running left. And he's tackled after positive yardage. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Tackle made right around the 4-yard line. Just inside the 5. It's 2nd down. And he hits him hard at the 10.
I think this defensive end is doing a great job of getting after the quarterback, not only with the sack in this game, but it seems like the entire game he's done a good job of creating pressure, making this quarterback feel it, and almost giving him happy feet back there where he doesn't seem to be in rhythm and almost seems to be throwing the football, feeling the pressure and almost creating nerves on the quarterback.
Throws incomplete, intended for his wideouts. This should be an easy field goal. He gets it up, and it is good. Kentucky is ready to kick it away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Kansas is up by 4. Room around the corner. Makes it out to about the 40.
All right, what can we do defensively?
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. Makes it out to about the 49.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Got some open field. He's at the 40. To the 10. Touchdown, Kansas.
Where's the option pitch? Where's the quarterback? What the hell is... The whole line's not even supposed to touch it.
And he converts the extra point. Jones has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10. Tackle made at the 27-yard line.
Ridiculous.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. Throws it deep. Doesn't get there.
Sure, it's disappointing, but this is the kind of mechanical flaw you can fix with practice and coaching.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 27. Empty backfield. Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Fires out to his wideout. They'll bring him down at the 44-yard line.
Personal foul. Face defense.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. He launches one for the end zone. Missed it. And that could have been 6.
Yep, he just didn't have enough time to deliver an accurate pass there.
Two misfires. 2.
He's at the 30. He gets to about the 24-yard line. They move the sticks after another 1st down.
Impressive drive by this offense so far. I really like what they're doing by keeping this defense on their heels and moving the ball downfield.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line. He gets rid of this one. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
Jack, 98 Weasel. Three down. Let's go.
Tackled after a decent pickup. Jackson gains around 6 yards on the run.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Jack, three down. Let's go.
Fumble, loose ball. The defense scoops it.
Not good. Not good, boys. Not good.
I think this defense right now needs somebody to try to lift up their spirits. They seem to really be just out there kind of going through the motions. And I think the last time they were out there when they gave up such a long drive has had an impact and an effect negatively on the psyche of this defense. This passing game can be very effective if you don't get enough pressure on the quarterback. They use their personnel well and can be very tough to defend.
From their own 28-yard line, it's 1st down. Tries to pitch it, and now the ball is loose. Now the defense has it. The safety. He makes his way out to about the 9.
Let's go.
The offense comes back out, and as I'm sure you'll remember, their last possession ended in a lost fumble.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
And they got him for a loss.
More plays like this, and the coaching staff is going to need to change up the blocking schemes. You can't allow the defense to play in your backfield.
From the 12-yard line, it's 2nd down. Quick throw, picked off. Broke away from 1.
Brad, I'm going to put that one on the quarterback. I think he's forcing the issue out there. I understand you're down a couple scores and you're trying to get back into the game, but you can't get it all back at once. You've got to be patient, take your time, and methodically work yourself back as a team back into this game.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 15. Now he tries to buy some time. He's taken down right around the 18-yard line. Gray gets 3 yards on that scramble. The Jayhawks taking their first time out of the half. throws it away.
Two passes.
From their own 18-yard line. Third down. Makes it out to about the 30.
Stop the run.
He's going to go for the home run. That close to being intercepted.
This just shows you that you don't need to be sacking the quarterback to disrupt the passing game.
Second down, 10 to go.
Rushes.
Ball on the 30. Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Accuracy is such a vital part of being a quarterback. You've got to have an ability to lay the ball right into your guys' hands.
Lets it fly. The defender had it and then dropped it.
We gotta score before the half. We gotta get them passing too.
Willis awaiting the return. He drops it.
He was definitely peeking to see what kind of space he had to run. And that loss of focus is what cost him.
Come on, Willis.
The quarterback threw an interception on their last drive. Let's see if they can be more successful here.
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
Fires incomplete. He was looking for the tight end.
He intended to see on the play. That makes it second and 10.
From their own 28-yard line. Second down. Sets up a screen. Tailback's got it. Tackle right around the 40. It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 50-yard line. And he's taken down around the 42-yard line. The slant pattern good for about 8 yards on the play. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at about the 35.
I'm surprised I didn't get picked on
Going over the middle, intercepted.
that one. This man.
From their own 22-yard line. First down.
Wasting chances.
Looks middle, got his back. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
The defenders are really going to have to get their heads into this game. That was a big play, and on first down, no less.
He's scrambling. Runs with it, and he's got room. Slides down to the ground. Now he's scrambling. He lost the ball, and the quarterback comes in and scoops up the fumble. An interception cut this offense last drive short, so I think they're going to be looking for a little more success right here.
The best way to move beyond a turnover is to score. And when you can start on the other team's half of the field, you're in really good shape to have a chance to do that.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 49-yard line. 2nd down. And we'll probably see how far he can throw it, as it should be the last play before the half. And he's going to be sacked. Kentucky's going to take their first time out of the half.
The defenders played the snap count perfectly. They found the path into the backfield and didn't let the quarterback get away.
Being able to score these turnovers is killed.
He lets it fly. Drops.
Damn it.
So at the end of the half, Kansas leads it 21-10. And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. He sends this one deep.
We didn't tackle well. Missed 2.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
It's the 3rd there.
This back's had a good day on the ground, Kirk.
You're right, Brad. And this guy's kind of the spark plug of this offense. And right now, he's got him firing on all cylinders.
So we're just about ready to return to action.
Gotta continue to make their QB scramble.
He wants it all. Can't connect.
Why aren't you over the top?
That makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. Gets to about the 27-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
He's got it out to his tight end. And down he goes at the 30.
Let's go score.
That'll bring up 4th and 5.
Let's catch a punt.
Jones awaits the snap. He makes it out to maybe the 39-yard line. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Receiving team. Still first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 24. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. He scrambled. Looking for his man, incomplete.
Brad, this is a good job by this defense of getting after the quarterback. And until this offense finds a way to slow down that pressure, if I'm the defensive coordinator, I continue to dial up the blitz.
About to bring in the freshman.
And the corner on the interception.
The pressure up front is really what did it. The coverage was good, and maybe it confused him, but it was the heat that forced him.
Alright, defense.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. He's on the run. Now he's going to run and watch out. The ball pops free. He picks it up. And that's exactly what this defense was looking for.
Yeah, that fumble gives these guys some added life. Now let's see if they can capitalize off of it.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. He's going to try and scramble. Throws off balance, incomplete.
Jackson's intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
From their own 30-yard line. Second down. Runs outside for a nice gain. On the ground, and he won't get back to the line.
I'm going for it.
And it's the offense that takes the field on fourth down. This is a pretty controversial call. I really would have expected them to punt this ball. Scrambling around. Throws into coverage, just picked off. Tackle made.
All right. I'm panicking here. Can't do that.
The 46-yard line. We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 46. Out of bounds, right around the 44-yard line.
That makes it second and
8. And he makes it out to about the 41-yard line.
All right, come on. Big down, big down, big down.
It's 3rd and 5. Ball on the 41. And they make the stop around the 40-yard line.
Come on, show up in Texas.
Let's see if he aims for the sideline and tries to get this thing down deep in their own territory. Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. And for Martinez, it has not been an easy ride in this one.
Well, I think even though he's a senior quarterback, you're still going to have games like this. The most important thing is he's got some experience to fall back on to realize that, hey, I can still get through this game and still be successful despite these mistakes.
Now here comes the offense, and you've got to wonder if that last interception's weighing on the quarterback's mind at all.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
It's 2nd and 9. Ball on the 21. Throws it to the outside. He's at midfield. He's got his receiver with nobody around him. And he's tackled around the 24-yard line. And they got him. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
You like that? You like that?
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's second and long. 5 wide. They'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That'll make it 3rd and 13.
Tries to scramble, but he's sacked.
Terrible animation.
The sack makes this a
Can't
4th
kick
and
a
very
field goal
long.
out of range.
5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. What a play, and that'll set up a 1st and goal. Well, last time down here they threw an interception. They'd like to erase that memory. Makes a move, and he's in for the touchdown. They'll go for 2 in this situation. Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted. They don't get it. A 7-play, 79-yard drive. And they get 6 points on the board after failing the 2-point conversion.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
They line up to kick this one away. The Wildcats wide receiver out with an apparent injury, although he might make a comeback later in this game. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Wildcats defense really looked pathetic in that first half, Kirk, and now they're doing a nice job.
Well, obviously, they've made some adjustments after the first half, and it's paid off for them. I think right now they're tuned in to what this offense is trying to do, and I think they're also just playing with a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. He's got the corner. He might have a chance. And he tackles him hard at the 48.
That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 48. Play fake, looking to run.
No.
Got the corner. He's at the 30. There he goes. To the 20. It's on the ground. And he hits him hard at the 18.
Quarterback is winning and losing the game.
A lot of guys in the defensive backfield are ball hawks, and the safety showed it there by pouncing on the football.
A touchdown was the end result of their last drive as this offense moved the ball very well with their passing game.
You know, when this defense went over to the sideline based on the way they've been playing so far, this defense coordinator is going to be livid.
Intercepted. He throws a dart to the left. He's taken down right around the 42-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 42. There's a strike complete. There he goes. He's at the 20. Huge gain, and that sets him up nicely with a first and goal.
That makes it first and goal.
Now he tries to buy some time. Slides down. 5, maybe 6 yards there on the scramble.
That brings him second and goal.
They're at the 3. Second down. He's scrambling. Tackle at the 3.
All right, need a field goal. Need a whole field goal.
We head to the final quarter, and we've got a great game on our hands. 21-16, Jayhawks.
Throwing some terrible picks this game.
Into the fourth quarter now, and we're back to the action. And he's level at the 5-yard line.
The way the safety was playing up towards the line of scrimmage shows you what they think of the offense's passing game. Not a lot of respect for it.
This one should be makeable. Kicks away, and he's got it. Kansas lines up for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's taken down at the 31. Let's see what they can do on offense as they take possession after the return.
But you work on the 2-minute offense literally 12 months out of the year with these kind of opportunities. Well, here it is in front of you. It's a one-possession game, over 2 minutes to go in the game. What are you going to do about it?
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Here's a quick throw. Makes the catch, and he might take it down the sideline. And he is drilled at the 27. Now it's 1st and 10 after the big pass play.
91 accuracy. I struggled today.
Looks over the middle, and it's picked off.
Dude. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Kansas is up by 8. Somebody jumped early down there.
That's so bad.
That penalty drives them back, and they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, if they could just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
Trajectory on the pass.
So the penalty will make it 1st and 15. That's a great tackle at the 34-yard line. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
There's the junior cornerback making a very solid stop. Anytime your corners can contribute like that against the run, it gives your defense another advantage.
Quick throw, almost intercepted.
How did he drop that? The defender did everything that he needs to do. He read the play perfectly. He stepped up, and what does he do? He drops the interception. Boy, the offense caught a break there.
From their own 34-yard line. 3rd down. He guns it. Almost intercepted.
I thought he was going to complete that. Holy smokes.
That makes it 4th and 12.
That was close.
Willis, the return man. It's away, and it's a booming punt. And he makes it out to about the 31-yard line.
Personal
Until
foul.
we get a score here.
Face mask. Defense. Still first down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 46. And he's sacked.
The smart quarterbacks and offensive linemen have a really unique relationship. A quarterback should take care of his offensive lineman. But after that play and that hit, you really got to be wondering what kind of relationship this quarterback and his offensive lineman have after that.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Going long. He goes up and gets it. Here he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Excellent play here by the quarterback, making the proper reads and finding his playmaker for the score.
All right, guys, crucial 2-point conversion. They'll try to tie this thing up. And he's in for 2.
2 fantastic plays in a row. First the touchdown, and now the conversion. What a turn of events this late in the game.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. It's been a good one so far today. Let's see what happens here.
There's a lot of time left, and I think the important thing for this offense is to get their momentum back and move the ball down the field.
This is when things get a little prickly. You need your playmakers to really come through here. And down he goes at about the 27-yard line. It's second down, 8 to go. Ball on their own 27. He's tackled at the 30-yard line.
Oh, I gotta take the cookies from him again. I haven't had a screen in a minute.
Here comes the pressure. Fires that quickly, incomplete.
6 of 14 for 66 yards. And this is a ball game. For some reason.
Jones to punt. Tackle made at the 45.
It really has. They're dominating the point of attack.
This defense has had success getting after the quarterback. This offense threw the ball extremely well on their last drive, and they ended up with a touchdown.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time into trying to put a plan together, and to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
That makes it second and 6.
Second down and 6. Ball on the 49-yard line. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Gaining 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
1 of 8 on 3rd down. Oh my gosh.
They go to the left for a nice game. From the 43-yard line, first down. And he's going to be sacked.
They've really thrown the quarterback's rhythm off and rattled his confidence with such a relentless pass rush. He's not himself out there at all today.
They come out in a 5-wide set. Now he's scrambling.
You know, at that point, I think, Brad, the quarterback's just better off just taking a sack. You have to be very careful as you're feeling pressure to throw the ball just to throw the ball. If you feel like you're not going to be able to make a play and the defense got you, just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
And now they're faced with another 3rd and long as they try to convert and move those chains again. Less than 3 minutes in the game. Incomplete, and that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
The defense has everybody on the line. I think they're going to come after this one. There's a punt, and it's a line drive.
Check up.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. We might have overtime in the back of our minds, but down on the field, that hasn't occurred to anyone. They want to end this thing in regulation. They try to get a head start there.
False start. Offense.
It's so tough to move the ball forward. Even a 5-yard setback can do damage to a drive.
1st and 15 now after the penalty. Tackle made at the 30.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Brought down around the 25-yard line.
Good discipline here by the defense, stringing the option out and plugging the running lanes. That moved them back.
From their own 25-yard line. 3rd down. Just under 2 minutes in the game. He's to the 40. The senior makes the catch. And he's taken down at the 47. He scrambled. They'll make the sack. He's on the run. And he's tackled at the 46. They need to do a better job of managing the clock here.
You're right, Fred. Not only was that a horrible play in terms of yards picked up, but also, as you mentioned, in terms of all the time that may be wasted.
Scrambling around. Just a tremendous play there late in the 4th quarter in a tie football game. And now it all comes down to the final seconds or overtime. He'll try to knock this punt down inside the 20. This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback.
Yeah, it's been kind of a nightmare for this offensive line.
This defense has been bringing the blitz and is having success getting to him. Here we are late in the fourth quarter in a very important and a very tight football game. And who's going to come to the forefront? We'll see who's got the most leadership. Once and all, going deep. They'll bring him down around the 39-yard line. Kentucky's going to take their first time out of the hat. It's first down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air. He airs it out.
Let's go.
He's all the way home. Touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick.
Holy shit bags.
He sends this ball low to the ground. Coleman takes it at the 8. What a collision. And that's the end of the ball game, and our final score in this one, 31-24, Wildcat. For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Daggone boys. What a scare. Alright, a little recap here. Obviously, throwing 5 picks, we should lose the game. Killed them in first downs, total offense. Rushes, they freaking carved me up in the first half. 45 attempts, 8 of 16, 109. They fumbled 4 times to quarterback. 2 of 10 on third. Ooh, we were terrible, both combined. Bad. 6 interceptions. But Martinez picked it up when we needed him to. That was a big time gutsy performance by him. He just hung in there, kept battling. Freshman got a little run. Welcome to the big NCAA football, baby. It's not high school anymore. Vernon did enough. We lose Matt Black for basically the year. The Willis brothers from another mother's. Wow. We had to make them throw the ball and we would have been alright during the game, but they somehow switched up and didn't give the ball to these two enough in the second half. Right, they 21 in the first half, only 3 in the second. We come up huge. Took us a minute. Holy cow. Do not know what happened there on that play. Take the 80, take the 51 yard out of there. We're all right. I'm just trying to get damn field goal. Good dub, boys. Good dub.